from the Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley, Video Productions presents exciting high school basketball. It's the Oak Hill Red Devils, 6-5, taking on the Beckley Flying Eagles, 2-7. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. And Eric, as you well know, this is a long-time rivalry, Beckley and Oak Hill, and especially back in the day, what great matchups Beckley and Oak Hill had. But just a couple weeks ago, Oak Hill beat Beckley at Oak Hill 66-43, and I know they don't play every year, but that was the first time that Oak Hill had beaten Beckley since February of 1990.
Yeah, that was a long time coming, Maris, and that was the first, as you said, in 30-plus years, Oak Hill garnering a victory. And you know Beckley is not really liking that, having their rival from the Fayette County getting a victory against them.
Well, the Flying Eagles won their first two games. They beat Greenbrier East on a game-winning shot by Maddox McMillan, and then they defeated Bluefield. Since then, they've lost 7 in a row, including their latest game the other night against a very good defending Class 4A team in George Washington. Now, I bring up Maddox McMillan for two reasons. One, as I mentioned, he had the game-winning shot, but he will not be available tonight. He took his official visit to go to Marshall, Eric, so he's not available because this game was supposed to have been played last night, and since they couldn't play last night, they moved it to tonight. So it's already been a struggle for Beckley to score, and now they don't have their second leading scorer.
Yeah, and not only do they not have him his scoring, Maris, they lose a lot with his senior leadership because Maddox McMillan brings a lot to the table other than scoring. You know, he plays a lot of great defense, and just his basketball IQ really helps the younger guys out on the Flying Eagle squad.
On the flip side for the Oak Hill Red Devils, Benitez Jackson brings his team in here at 6-5. And at 6-5, Eric, they've kind of really been all over the place. They've got a quality win against Bluefield. They beat them at the buzzer, but they also lost to George Washington. Beckley lost by 16 to GW the other night. Oak Hill lost by 15. But perhaps the biggest win, or at least maybe the most gratifying win, is when Oak Hill beat Beckley on January 14th. And they beat them decisively, beating Beckley over there in Fayette County 66-43.
Yeah, and I had a chance to view that game, back when they played at Oak Hill. And the thing that turned the tide early on in that game is Elijah Redfern picking up 2 early fouls. I think you and I were communicating.
We were,
And
yes.
by the time I turned it on, he wasn't even on the floor. So once you take Maddox McMillan, or an Elijah Redfern out, that really changes the team dynamic tremendously.
Both teams continuing to go through their warm-ups. We'll go ahead and take our first pregame break. Get you ready. Bottom of the hour, we'll tip it 6-5 Oak Hill against 2-7 Beckley. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again.
Now that the world keeps turning around.
Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center on Dave Barksdale Court with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and we're getting you ready for Beckley and Oak Hill. And you know, Eric, throughout the history of basketball, especially in Southern West Virginia, when you just said that, Beckley and Oak Hill, it does a lot. It just seems like it just brings a, I don't know, I don't even know the word that I'm trying to use to describe it, because I know there for a long time, Beckley and Oak Hill, it was battles in the 70s and into the 80s, and then Oak Hill went to a smaller division and they didn't play for a while, but now they're both in 4A. They're separated by 10 miles. It's been a rivalry, and it's good to see the two teams playing again.
And you're exactly right. This is a battle of two counties, iconic matchup. And Oak Hill has absorbed a lot of other schools, with consolidation into their fold. So a lot of these kids are really getting to taste this atmosphere for the first time. But when you talk about these two programs, Maris, you're talking about state player of the years for both sides.
A lot of history.
A lot of history. Great coach, Hall of Fame coaches, up and down, the board. So great programs, and I'm really excited. It's cold outside, but I think it's going to heat up in this gym tonight.
And one of the things, Eric, and I go back, and I'm sure you remember this too, in 1989, they played in the sectional championship here in this building, and Oak Hill won that game and then went on to win the AAA state championship. The following year, Beckley beat Oak Hill in this building in the sectional title, and then Beckley went on to win the AAA state championship. So those were just two examples of many that I could cite.
Yeah, and I think, and you can remember along the way a couple of times as you were doing the games on radio, when they had one of the best finishes ever was at the Fayetteville Memorial Building, and I think I think Tamar Slay may have been playing, and I forget, maybe Corny Jackson, and I forget the other star player for Oak Hill.
Well, one of the games, too, I do recall in 1997, Derek Jones, when Beckley was behind almost the entire game. That game was played here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Beckley trailed almost the entire way and pulled it out and eventually went on to win the state championship.
Derek Jones really took over late in that game.
Yes.
He was tremendous. He was a tremendous defensive player who went on to play college, have a stellar career at the University of Charleston, and I do remember that. And I think he played on a bum ankle, if you can remember that. Now, we're going way back to 97, and that propelled them to the state championship that year as well.
And, Eric, there's so many games over the years, and going back even further than that, I can even go back into the 70s, being a little older than you are, of some of the classic matchups between Beckley and Oak Hill. But Beckley's already taken their team off the floor. Oak Hill going through their final warm-ups. We'll take another break, come back, get you ready for the game. It's 6-5 Oak Hill. Beckley trying to snap a 7-game losing streak as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center at Dave Barksdale Court. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Andrew Bolin is directing and producing, and the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, is on camera. And Eric, we're moments away from getting this game started. We'll tip here at the bottom of the hour. It's the second meeting between the two teams. As we said in an earlier segment, Oak Hill won the first game in decisive fashion, 66-43, just 2 weeks ago on the 14th of January.
And that has to be a little extra motivation playing your rival with a seven-game losing streak, and I think Beckley will really come out early on trying to right the ship and try to get their win.
Yeah, during that 7-game losing streak, Beckley lost to Huntington. They lost to George Washington. They lost a really tough game to South Charleston by 1 point the other night. There's been a lot of tough losses.
Lost to
They lost to Huntington St. Joe's.
And Logan.
Cabell Midland.
Yeah,
so they've lost to some quality teams.
But, this is the Beckley program. They don't want to hear about quality losses.
Right.
They're all about winning.
Well, we're getting ready to have the playing of the national anthem. So while we get ready to have the anthem, we'll take our final pregame break. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall at West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional.
And there you have the playing of the national anthem. And we are moments away with 6-5 Oak Hill, coached by Benitez Jackson in his 7th year, and Beckley coach Ron Kidd in his 22nd year, 2-7 Beckley. And while we're waiting on the player introductions, it's time for the Beckley Auto Mall Keys to the First Half. And Keys to the First Half are brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall. Go see Rick Lewis, Chuck Bentley, John Fornash, or Mike Earhart, and they'll be able to get you the keys to the vehicle that will best fit your budget. So, Eric, what are your Beckley Auto Mall keys to the first half?
Well, for the Beckley Flying Eagles, they're going to have to find, a second complimentary score to Elijah Redfern, missing Maddox McMillan. That will be huge early on to stay in this game. And for the Oak Hill Red Devils, they're going to have to emulate their shooting, the way they shot in the first matchup against Beckley, to really keep the Flying Eagles at bay.
And while we got a minute, we want to tell you about J104, J104.5, your home for West Virginia Mountaineer basketball. Of course, the Mountaineers came up short again today. They lost, I think that's 4 in a row, but you can hear all the Mountaineer action on the top affiliate of the Mountaineer Sports Network, J104.5. So as we take a look at the Oak Hill Red Devils, Coach Benitez Jackson wasn't sure of his entire starting 5, and let's see who we got out there, Eric.
Yeah, I think they're going to go with Jacob Perdue, Omar Lewis, Ethan Vargo Thomas, Jeremiah Jackson, and Samuel Christ.
And speaking of Jacob Perdue, he's the team's leading scorer at 16 a game. Samuel Christ, who you just mentioned, he averages 10 a game. And Ethan Vargo Thomas, he comes in also at 10 points a game. For Beckley, of course, Elijah Redfern, he's the team's leading scorer right at 20 a game. They will start Sam Peck, Landon Wolf, Also, it'll be Caleb Gravely and his size. And in the games that I have done of Beckley, Eric, I've been very impressed with Gravely and Miller. So it looks like Beckley going to go with the Twin Towers, a big lineup with Miller and Gravely. You're talking 6'5" and 6'6" up front for Beckley.
Yeah, and if you're Beckley and you're going to go with the size, you definitely have to be decisive and win the rebounding decisively to really take advantage of your height. And if you're Oak Hill and if you can get out and make shots and get out running, Beckley's at a decided disadvantage defensively.
And with Beckley's size, Miller has been more of a rebounder and more of the guy on the defensive end of the floor. He doesn't score that much. Where on the other end, Gravely, he can put the ball in the basket, and he's been more of an offensive force.
Yeah, well, Miller started. He's late to the party, so to speak, in playing basketball, and he's really come on as of late, and they're really, really developing him. And as you stated, Gravely has more of an offensive game, so look for them maybe to try to take advantage of their height, and that being Beckley, and punch it down low and maybe get Oak Hill in foul trouble.
It'll be Jeremiah Jackson in the center circle for Oak Hill, wearing the traveling black uniforms trimmed in white and red. Of course, Beckley wearing the home white uniforms as the ball's in the air. And Gravely, they tip it, and the guy that was jumping, which is Jeremiah Jackson, he came down with the ball, and that's a no-no. You can't do it, and that's the first turnover of the game.
Yeah, and that would be considered a turnover right off the bat without even any time
off the clock. Yes. So here's Beckley with the first possession. Oak Hill looks like they're going to play man-to-man. Beckley surveying the defense. Here's Wolf on a drive. They cut him off. Redfern on this move's been outstanding. This little pull-up, and he needs a roll. He got it. And he's been really good of late with that shot, Eric.
And that's a good sign, getting Redfern off early for the Beckley Flying Eagles.
Beckley's going to extend the pressure, maybe try to force Oak Hill to play a little faster. Here's a three ball. It's no good. That three was put up by Purdue, but Oak Hill's able to keep the possession. Nice pass inside. Here's a little jump hook left of the lane, and it goes. That's a nice little shot by Chris. He's averaging 10 a game and had a short little jump hook left of the lane about 8 feet to tie the game up.
And right off the bat, they didn't know if they were going to start Chris Maris, and he comes through with the early deuce.
So here comes Beckley back on the attack. But Redfern off the dribble with the pull-up. In the last several games I've done, he's been shooting at a much higher pace than what he did in the past. And he's really worked on his game there. Here's Wolf, thought about the three, put it on the deck. Redfern open, he'll dial up the three. No good, long rebound, and it will go over to the Red Devils.
Yeah, good look. Didn't really shoot in rhythm. I would like to see him just face up, catch that, and let it fly. Thought about it a little bit and was just a little off the mark.
Looks like Beckley's going to go with maybe a 2-2-1 trap as they knock the ball out of bounds, trying to force Oak Hill to play a little faster.
And that surprises me with playing this big lineup, extending the defense like that. So evidently he believes that his Coach Ron Kidd believes his kids can really play tempo with this lineup.
And if Oak Hill was to beat the pressure, he feels he's got two big guys to be rim protectors to protect the basket.
You're exactly right. And the thing is, the mid-range jump shot might be real effective for Oak Hill to try to use with this length that
now Beckley's in the half-court game, Eric, Beckley's playing zone, something we don't see much out of Beckley.
Hey, I guess you're starting to adapt and adjust to your players.
And here's a jump shot from the right baseline. It's short, no good, and there's Miller climbs the rebound. There's an Oak Hill foul. The foul is going to go against Jeremiah Jackson. He'll get the personal. That'll be his first, team's first. Miller, that's what we talked about on top, Eric, that Miller does a good job defensively and on the boards.
And that's the key. That's the first defensive rebound for Beckley. And if you're going to start a lineup like that, you need to really control the boards.
So here comes Beckley. Gravely will launch a three ball from the corner. It's no good. But the long rebound comes down to the Red Devils. Oak Hill will want to push it. Beckley gets back in transition. Good job by Beckley to get back in transition and get back in to looks like a 2-3 zone. Here's a three ball, and it's no good. That three was put up by Chris, but Oak Hill hits the offensive glass. They keep the possession alive. And that's one thing, Eric, this year's Beckley team has not been the kind of team that we've seen in the past that want to play with the game in the 70s. They're more like into the high 50s to the low 60s.
Yeah, and this is the coaching staff really, as Oak Hill misses another long three.
Yeah, Purdue misses that
adjusting to, your personnel.
Shaking and baking is Redfern into traffic, and they steal it from him. Purdue 2-on-2. Purdue takes it to the basket, draws the foul, gets the hoop and the harm. Purdue, the team's leading scorer at 16 a game. He had missed his first 2 shots, but they turned Beckley over, and they're able to get the hoop and the harm as we watch it here on the Little General instant replay.
Yeah, and good job by Purdue getting into the defender and getting it up off the glass for an easy 2, actually. And let's see if he can complete the three-point play.
The foul's on Sam Peck, his first, team's first. Free throw is good, so he does complete the three-point play. And the Red Devils extend their lead to 3. But Oak Hill able to score off a Beckley turnover, and now we've got a blocking foul on Oak Hill as the ball comes right over here to me. I told the officials I would assist in any way I could, so I guess by throwing the ball back in, Eric, I'm assisting.
Yeah, that was a great assist and good hands by you. That was whistled on. That will be on Jeremiah Jackson.
Right.
That will be his second.
That's correct.
Team second. So.
And he's come out of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have to sub in. I didn't see who came in.
So checking into the game is going to be McDowell. Shakur McDowell. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. McDowell is a 6'2 senior. Here's Redfern on the drive. They cut him off. Peck will launch a 3 from the left corner. It's no good. Ball's loose. There's a nice putback and drawing the foul. Good job by the big fella that time, Gravely.
Yeah, let's check this out on the instant replay here as Beckley misses the long 3, and Gravely was able to get the rebound with the hoop and the harm.
So Gravely will try to polish off a three-point play, and he does. And get the game tied. Nice job by Gravely. Red Devils trying to break the pressure. Beckley gets a steal. So Gravely got the three-point play on one end. He gets a steal on the other. Beckley in transition. Oak Hill gets back. Round the horn they go. Landon Wolf will spot up and shoot a 3. Hit it.
Nice.
A splash down for Landon Wolf.
And that's the first tray of the game for the Flying Eagles as Landon Wolf gives them the lead.
A mini 6-0 run. They got a three-point play the old-fashioned way and a three-point play with the long ball. Here's Oak Hill missing from the corner with McDowell. Redfern in transition, but Oak Hill does a good job getting back. We're halfway through this first quarter. It's been a very exciting game. Nice dish down low to Wolf, and I thought Wolf should have shot that area.
Yeah, he got fouled. It's going to be a common foul, and you're exactly right. That was a lot of unselfishness from Wolf, but he was there for a 5-footer and probably could have had an and one there.
So Beckley will keep the possession. They'll inbound under their own basket.
And that foul will be whistled on Shakir McDowell, who just checked in for Jeremiah Jackson, who has 2 fouls.
Yeah, that's the 14th foul on the Oak Hill Red Devils. Here's Beckley on a 6-0 run with possession. Peck's got an open look from the left side for 3. Got it! Splashdown!
Back-to-back long balls by the Flying Eagles.
A 9-0 Beckley run right now. Here's Oak Hill breaking the pressure. McDowell. Beckley does a good job getting back. Looked like McDowell was going to have an easy layup.
A good transition defense, as you stated. They got back to the paint to cut off.
So here's a 15-footer. Back iron, no good. Long rebound. Oak Hill comes out of there with it. This is one thing that George Washington the other night, they got a lot of offensive rebounds, and that's happened early in this game tonight. Here's Chris in the traffic. Throws the ball back out. Purdue.
Right now, I think the length of the Beckley defense is really causing a little problem for the Red Devils.
Here's a drive on the baseline. Good defense. Here's Thomas. Thought about the 3. Shaking and baking. Tries to get to the rim. Beckley cuts him off.
Well, this zone has been real effective, and they're doing a good job of cutting off the dribble drive.
Very effective, and they force a long shot by Omar Lewis, and on the long rebound, it goes out of bounds to Beckley.
Hey, let's watch this long shot by Lewis here, if we can get it up on the Chick-fil-A. It's a replay. We caught the end of it, but what I wanted to show is Beckley's doing a real good job of really turning the defender, making them get rid of the ball and make that extra pass.
Cade Maynor will check into the Oak Hill lineup. So here's Beckley. They're currently on a 9-0 run. Wolf thought about the 3. Beckley trying to snap a 7-game losing streak. They get the ball to Miller on the low block, about Peck. They work the ball around the horn, and Redfern will drive, deep three, back iron, no good. Long rebound on the far corner to the Red Devils to Christ. Here are the Red Devils with it. Here's a 3-ball from the near side corner, in and out, no good. And that rebound by Redfern. Beckley on the move. Beautiful pass. Wolf couldn't quite handle it, and he whips it across to Peck. And now Beckley will reset. Nothing's there, and I think that's good. You don't want to force anything.
Yeah, and you took the words right out of my mouth. Beckley's doing a real good job of being patient right now offensively.
Of course, Beckley tonight playing without Maddox McMillan. He took his official visit to Marshall, so he's the team's leading scorer. Now here's a turnover. Maynard in the open floor, gets to the rim, and he can't finish. So back the other way come the Flying Eagles. Wolf, 3-ball on the right side, short. Gravely with a great job, passes the ball inside the Miller, and he draws the foul.
Good interior passing by the
Gravely,
Beckley big guys. Gravely to Miller, and they're doing what they need to do with this height advantage.
And the one thing, Eric, we talked about on top.
Let's watch on this instant replay.
As we do watch the replay here, the little general.
If you can get this, Wolf misses the 3, and Gravely does a good job of not going over the back, securing the rebound and passing it on the interior.
And, you know, by Coach Kidd starting this big lineup, it has played dividends for Beckley in this first quarter.
Yeah, and it was and right there, Mike Miller knocks down the first of 2.
And Beckley currently on a 10-0 run. Miller now will shoot the back end of his 2-shot opportunity. Second free throw on its way. Looks good and is. He got them both. So right now, Eric, Beckley on 11-0 run.
Yeah, 11-0 run, and a lot of it's been with defense.
You're right. The defense is – and here's another turnover. You're right. What's got this Beckley offense going is how they played on the defensive end of the floor.
And anytime you can get early stops, Marison, you're having trouble scoring, and you can get I won't say they're getting easy buckets, but Beckley's getting a lot of good looks at the rim.
Yeah, they're definitely getting what they want. And I think by playing this big lineup, the 2 big guys at the same time has really given them a spark.
And it seems like Elijah Redfern, he just plays with so much calm. You know, no situation has a nice curl and cut there.
Yeah, and the shot was blocked. You're right, he made a nice cut to the basket. And here come the Red Devils. Maybe last shot time as we're under 20 seconds for the quarter. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Wait and see, right?
Yeah, I think it probably will be last shot time now because we're down to 10 seconds.
Well, that's
for the quarter.
great coaching by Jackson. Right now, you don't want them to extend the lead anymore, and you're able to hold it for one and maybe cut into the lead.
Here's Thomas on the drive into the lane, puts up the shot off the glass, no good, and that's how the first quarter will end. At the end of 1, your score is Beckley 13, Oak Hill 5. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
This one's for everyone who spends the amount of time it would take to watch a movie, agreeing on which movie to watch. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Winter World of Beckley taking orders now for spring and summer. If you got a spring and summer project that you need taken care of, whether it be windows or doors, now's the time to reach out to Winter World of Beckley. You can check them out at winterworld.com. Well, Eric, that was an entertaining first quarter, and Beckley finished that first quarter from being down 5-2 to taking the 13-5 lead, a 11-0 run over the last 5.5 minutes of that first quarter to take this 8-point lead to start the second quarter.
And both teams were able to garner 11 shots in the quarter, Mares. Oak Hill went 2 for 11, 0-5 from the three-point range, and Beckley went 4 for 11, but they were 2 of 6 from 3 and 2 of 5 from 2-point range.
And, Eric, as you stated back in the first quarter, I think the zone that Beckley has played has really given Oak Hill some fits. As here's Thomas trying to drive. There's no driving lanes, and they've forced them further out.
Yeah, and they're making them run their offense as they get a good trap here in the corner, and they're really, really forcing Oak Hill to struggle offensively right now.
Yeah, here's Vargo Thomas with the ball. He's averaging 10 and yet to score. Now there is a 15-footer knocked down, and that 15-footer by Samuel Christ, and that will break the 11-0 run. Back the other way, the Red Devils get a turnover. Vargo Thomas in the open floor, couldn't finish. Tip is up and in, and that tip was by Maynard. So back-to-back hoops by the Red Devils, pulls them within 4. And that's one thing, too, Eric. We'll see if Beckley can sustain what they had going in that first quarter.
Yeah, Maynard did a good job in offensively following the shot.
There's 2 possessions and 2 turnovers and 3 straight buckets to start the second quarter for Oak Hill. And Beckley wants and needs a timeout. So after Beckley had an 11-0 run, Oak Hill goes on a 6-0 run. And it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But, you know, that's the one thing – Beckley needing to be more consistent. They played really well in the first quarter, and their first 2 possessions of the second quarter, not only did they turn it over, but they give up layups on the other end.
Yeah, and the thing is, Oak Hill coach Benitez Jackson has inserted a few more players. It's Trey Foster. If you want to look at this instant replay while we have time, the little general instant replay, as they get the turnover here, as you see Vargo Thomas runs the floor, a great bounce pass, and Trey Foster was able to reap the benefits of a great bounce pass as they cut the lead to 2 points.
Yeah, and the thing with Eric, they had great spacing on that break.
Yeah, and that's the key to a lot of – that's what you don't see. Use the floor. If you,
right.
You didn't – one defender cannot defend 2 players.
Right, and Oak Hill had a 3-on-2, and they were able to get what they should have got out of an easy layup.
Yes,
so out of the timeout, let's see what Beckley will do with it. Oak Hill on right now a mini 6-0 run.
See, Oak Hill's picked it up here defensively in this quarter, and that's what has got them back into this ball game.
Redfern, 16-footer from the left side, knocks it down. Elijah Redfern with that bucket. That stops a 6-0 Red Devil run. Beckley making Oak Hill work to get the ball across the midcourt stripe. There's a trap. Thomas goes through it. Maynard has it. Maynard will shoot a 3. That's going to be short. It'll graze the rim, and Gravely will clear.
Got numbers here.
Redfern, contact, going to be a blocking foul, and it'll be 2 shots as Redfern will get to the line.
And I think that was the correct call. If we can get this on the instant replay. I didn't see who that was whistled on.
That was a good hard take to the basket. And Redfern made up his mind right there, Eric, at midcourt. He was going all the way to the hoop.
Yeah, and I think that was going to be whistled on Vargo Thomas there, Ethan Vargo Thomas. That would be his first and the team's 6th.
And Beckley's only committed 1 team foul as Redfern connects on the free throw. So right now Beckley has made all 3 of their free throws. And this is an area, too, where Redfern has really gotten much improved from a year ago as he makes both of them.
Well, Maris, I have they're 5 for 5 from the free throw line.
I beg your pardon.
Because Gravely had an and 1 on.
That is correct. So 5 for 5 as Beckley turns them over. Yeah, we definitely want to make sure we get it correct.
Yeah, this has been a game of runs because now Beckley's back on a little run here. Both teams have played well early on.
Yep, here's Redfern. Shaking and baking, stop, 16-footer, knock it down. He just elevated his shot over top of the defender to bury the J.
And that's 6 points for Redfern to stop he's got on a mini 6-0 run.
Wolf with the steal. Beckley right now has equaled their largest lead of the game at 8. Trying to take it to double digits with this possession.
Boy, it's getting real physical down low with the bigs for Beckley trying to post up. Let's see what they're going to run here out of this set. Looks like they're going to run a little motion.
And, Eric, as you said earlier, and rightfully so, Beckley being very, very patient with their offense.
Very deliberate for a wide-open look here.
Wolf for three. He hits it.
That's just how you draw it up.
And right now, Beckley has doubled them up. So after the timeout, Beckley, after Oak Hill ran off 6 in a row, Beckley's now ran off 9 in a row. And as you mentioned, Eric, it has been a game of runs. Right now, Beckley enjoying their largest lead of 11. Here's Thomas trying to get to the rim. They cut him off. Beckley's played really good defensively here thus far in this first half.
Yeah, and Oak Hill is going to have to solve the riddle of this zone defense here. The way to attack it, they did it once with Chris. You got to attack it in the middle. But the length of the Beckley defenders is really obstructing passing lanes.
Right, giving Oak Hill a lot of trouble. And there you go. They're trying to do exactly what you said, but they're Beckley, like you said, their length, and they cut it off. And there's a deep three by Chris, and he's able to knock it down.
Well, Chris said, I'll tell you what, I'll just face up and shoot over the defense.
Yep. So that'll stop the bleeding momentarily as Beckley was on a 9-0 run before Chris able to knock down that three ball. They go in the low post to Miller. And an offensive foul.
Yeah, he turned and caught him with the elbow. But it was actually a good look at what he was trying to do. He was trying to pass out of the double team to an open Sam Peck and was called for the offensive foul.
So on the foul, the Red Devils will have it. Beckley will continue to put the pressure on. And Farrow will check. Leonard Farrow will check into the Oak Hill lineup. He's in. He'll throw the ball in. He's in for the first time tonight. But that's one thing, Eric. Beckley's defense has really made Oak Hill work. Here's a deep pass. They throw it away. The Beckley defense forces an Oak Hill turnover.
And we're going to get a look here on the little general instant replay on this Chris three.
That's a deep three.
Hey, and that's one way to beat the to beat the zone, to shoot them out of the zone.
But the one thing about if you're Beckley, I think you'll take your chances. Of the more times that Oak Hill shoots that shot, probably the percentage is going to go way down to making it.
You're exactly right. And that was NBA type three.
So Jalen Walton has checked into the Beckley lineup. Beckley run a little motion here. Got the ball down low to Walton. He probably should have shot that, and he flips it underneath, and then Oak Hill turns it over.
And you know, and this is it's been troubling. These last 4 possessions have both ended in 2 turnovers by each team.
But when you think, Eric, when Walton got the ball, he's probably shot it.
Exactly right.
He should have shot it.
That's frustrating. And you know, both the kids trying to share, but right there, you need to face up and just shoot the easy layup.
Yeah, and you get the ball that deep he's a post player, yeah, you've got to be able to score or at least maybe draw a foul.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have passed that one.
And here's Wolf, a nice take to the basket and finish.
Wolf has been really aggressive this quarter. That would be his 5th point of the quarter. 8 points to lead the way so far.
Extends Beckley's lead to double digits. Biggest lead's been 11. The lead's 10 now. Here's a 15-footer left elbow. Good. Christ, good-looking shooter, able to knock that down. Back the other way with Elijah Redfern. They get the ball down low to Miller on the low block. Miller able to catch, shoot, and score. A nice finish.
Nice feed to the big fella. Miller gets it up and in.
And you're right, Eric, the feed by leading him right to the basket where he can go to the basket, catch it, and lay it in.
Yeah, just a catch and shoot. That was very close to a over and back by the Red Devils. And let's get this instant replay here. The Chick-fil-A instant replay, Marison. The entry pass is just very important. Great look. I think that was Sam Peck to Miller for the easy 2.
Yeah, beautiful pass. And like I said, able to lead Miller right to the basket where he's able to lay it in. But Beckley's defense has been very, very active, and it's made Oak Hill really struggles. Here's a steal.
Right on cue. And now right here you need some spacing.
Behind the back to the rim, laid up and in. A little bit of French pastry.
A little showtime.
Biggest lead of the game right here for Beckley. Back the other way. Here's Purdue for 3 for the Red Devils.
Oh, that's
splash down.
That's the way to calm the crowd back down.
Yep, trade 3 for 2. But a play like that by Redfern can get the crowd in, which it did, and his teammates really excited.
Yeah, but that 3 ball by Purdue made them quiet down just a tad.
Here's a steal by the Red Devils. Going in with the left hand, lay it up and in. That's a nice play that time by Farrow.
Farrow comes in and gets a big defensive play to cut the lead.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Eric, it's been a game of runs. It's a mini 5-0 run. It was a 12-point lead a minute ago, now cut to 7. Redford on the drive, contact, no whistle, but able to finish.
A lot of contact there, and what a strong play by Redfern to get it up and in.
But you know, Eric, as you well know, you got to be strong with the ball, and Redfern was as he drew the contact and still able to finish. So here's Purdue trying to go back-to-back threes. He cannot, and Walton will clear the rebound.
Good-looking rebound. Walton high-pointed that.
Redfern, he's fouled. Oh, they called an offensive foul. They called an offensive foul.
Wow, I must say I don't agree with that. Can we get this on the instant replay here?
Yeah, we'll watch that. I thought he got bumped right there. They always catch the second guy.
Well, no, he was retreating with a backup dribble, with a behind-the-back dribble.
Well, nevertheless, the call will go against Beckley. And as I always say, Eric, there's 150 officials in the building, but only 3 of them count.
And we definitely don't count. This is a veteran crew.
It is.
They're allowed to miss 1 or 2 a night.
Well, I agree with you. I think they missed that one. But,
yes.
And you and I are both really good friends with the official, Jay Rutledge, that made that call. Well, Oak Hill going to hold it for the final shot of the half, which I think is smart. At least you're going to go, if you don't score, at least you're going to be down single digits. You don't want to give Beckley another possession. Here's Purdue for 3. It's too strong. Out of bounds.
It's going to stay here.
So Oak Hill will get another crack at it with 3.3 left here in the first half.
Hey, this game's a lot of woofing going on.
It's heating up, isn't it?
It's heating up. Hey, just like we thought it would. This is a rivalry.
Well, a rivalry, and these are sexual opponents. I mean, these teams can meet again in the postseason. Red Devils got to get it in. They do. Here's a shot ahead of the buzzer. No good. And that's how the half will end, as that last shot was put up by Malachi Lewis, and it doesn't go. So at the break, Beckley with a 9-point advantage. They led by 8 at the end of the first quarter. They lead by 9 at halftime. It's 30-21 Beckley. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and what an entertaining game we've had up to now at the break. Beckley's in front by 9 points, 30-21. Beckley led 13-5 at the end of the quarter, and as I mentioned, they lead now 30-21. Beckley's biggest lead has been 12. Oak Hill cut it to 7, and Beckley up 9. So your first half recap is brought to you by Giovanni's Pizza, with 2 locations to serve you. Leicester Square in Sophia and down at Glen Daniel. Mamma mia, it's Giovanni's. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. At the break, Beckley up 9, 30-21. We'll come back and we'll get team and individual totals with Eric. When we return, you're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
What's important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above, Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Andrew Bolin is producing and directing tonight. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, is always on camera. I'm Maris Lowry, and at halftime, it's a 9-point advantage for Beckley, 30-21. So for the team and individual totals of the first half, here's Eric Thomas.
Yeah, Maris, it's unbelievable. Both teams shot exactly 20 attempts in the first half. Unofficial, of course, but I'm usually pretty spot on. Oak Hill was 7 of 20 from the field, and they knocked down 2 of 10 three-pointers in the first half. Beckley was real efficient from the floor. They ran their offense real deliberate. They were 12 of 20 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and 3 of 7 from deep. So they've shot the ball really well, the Flying Eagles have.
And, Eric, those numbers you gave, and I don't know because obviously we don't do every Beckley game, but I would bet that's the best numbers of any half Beckley's played this year, of being efficient, of 5 for 5 at the line, 12 of 20 from the floor, and what'd you say, 3 of 7 from downtown?
Yeah, excuse me, they're 6 of 6. They were 5 of 5 at the free throw line in the first period, and 1 of 1 in the second. So 6 of 6, and you're right, from the three-point line, 3 of 7.
Very efficient.
So, I mean, that's efficient, and they're led in scoring. Oak Hill, Chris has 9, and that would be the leading scorer for them. Jacob Purdue chips in with 5. Leading the way for Beckley, and he had a wonderful first half as Elijah Redfern. The only thing he did wrong was get a foul called on that. Basically, I don't think he did. But Elijah Redfern has 12, and Landon Wolf shot the ball really well, has 8, hit two long balls.
And, Eric, before we go to break, I'll just say this, and I think you'll agree, for as efficient as Beckley was on offense, I thought the key to the first half was how they played defense by playing the zone.
Well, and you're exactly right, Maris, once again, because their zone really threw a curveball. I think Oak Hill, we'll give the keys to the second half, but I think Oak Hill was caught by surprise, as we were, because usually when you get a Beckley team, it's man-to-man. I don't care. They pick you up when you come off the bus. And I think it's really my hat's off to Coach Ron Kidd and the coaching staff. You got to adjust to your personnel sometimes, and sometimes man-to-man is just not what you need to do.
And I saw the first game, and I don't think Beckley played zone at all at any time in that first game that they lost by 23 points at Oak Hill.
Yeah, exactly right. You have to adapt. And what did I tell you? We watched that game. We were able to watch it, view it, and Chris, those guys shot lights out from three-point range, and it was due to their motion offense and due to Beckley's lack of good man defense.
So with that, we'll take our final halftime break, come back, get you ready for the second half. Beckley up 9, 30-21. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
Hi, I'm
I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces. It's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bank@city.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. And as the referees come out, Eric, you and I just having a little fun with them about that call with Elijah Redfern. Yeah. Well, the pointers is the keys to the second half. And keys to the second half are brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall. And you can go see Rick Lewis, Chuck Bentley, Mike Earhart, or John Fornash. Get the keys to the vehicle that will best fit your budget at Beckley Auto Mall. So, Eric, Beckley up 9, 30-21. Your Beckley Auto Mall keys to the second half.
So, for the Oak Hill Red Devils, we'll start with them trailing. They have to adjust to that Beckley zone. And they have to find a way to attack it in the middle and not just settle for the long threes, because that's what Beckley is trying to do. And if you're Beckley, continue to be patient on offense as they have, because the patience is leading to good looks, great looking shots as that's why they shot 12 of 20 in the first half. Anytime you can shoot that from the field and 5 of 5 or 6 of 6 from the line, you're going to win a lot of basketball games here moving forward.
Well, Beckley will have the ball to start the second half. Their biggest lead was 12. The Red Devils had trimmed it to 7. Now the lead's 9 as we start the second half, 30-21. Beckley led by 8, 13-5 at the end of the quarter. And Landon Wolf will get set to put the ball in play. But some of the things that you touched on, Eric, was Beckley's length out of that zone really bothered Oak Hill in that first half.
And they took advantage of their height, by being active with their hands and arms on defense.
So here's Beckley with the first possession of the second half. Redfern led the way with 12 points in that first half. Wolf was the second leading scorer as he misses a 3 and battle for the rebound, and the Red Devils come out of there with it. Another player, Jackson, who you got that rebound, Eric. Remember, he got 2 quick fouls, and really he was not a factor at all in the first half.
Yeah, he picked up the first 2 fouls and was pretty much on the bench and wasn't effective for the Oak Hill Red Devils.
And just shows you how things change, over at Oak Hill 2 weeks ago. Oak Hill won the game by 23, and here we are, not quite a minute into the second half, and it's with this 3 ball is good, and that cuts the lead from 9-6 as Christ shows he's got range.
And that's his second 3 of the game, and Beckley is going to let him shoot it, but he's shown that he can knock that down, so they're going to have to get a hand up. Very close to a closeout foul there as well.
So here's Redfern on the drive, pull up, 15-footer from the left elbow, and that's really been his patent shot.
Yeah, he elevates. That's a good-looking shot by Elijah Redfern.
So here's the Red Devils. Thomas, he's not really got going offensively as there's a 3-ball missed, and it will stay with the Red Devils. Purdue missed that ball, but, you look at, as we watch the replay, I believe.
We're going to watch the replay of the 3 from the key, top of the key, as Chris says, look, this is another deep one. Well, no one's open. I'll just take it in my own hands and stroke it.
And, Eric, Ethan Vargo Thomas averaging 10 a game. He's yet to score tonight for the Red Devils.
And that's one thing. If you're Oak Hill, when you're within striking distance, you know that Vargo Thomas is going to heat up here soon.
And he had a big game in the game at Oak Hill. I think he had 23 in that win. Here's a 3-ball, good. A splashdown by Omar Lewis.
And both of them have been from dead center, too. That's Omar's first 3 and first points of the game.
So the Red Devils able to knock down back-to-back 3s. Here's Wolf trying to answer with the 3. He cannot, but Sam Peck keeps the possession alive with the offensive rebound. So Beckley has another crack at it. Redfern getting instructions from Ron Kidd. Beckley in a little weave. Wolf with the drive. They cut him off over to Miller. They knocked the ball out of Miller's hands, and it'll stay with the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, let's check out this little Chick-fil-A instant replay on the 3. And right now they're attacking the defense as they should, the middle, and kicking it back to Omar Lewis from straight away. Easy shot to make.
Gravely will launch a 3 from the corner. It's no good. And getting the rebound will be Omar Lewis. Races down the floor. Reverse layup, no good by Chris Jackson on the tip, won't go. And Sam Peck will clear the rebound.
Oak Hill had 2 good looks at the bucket right there and came away empty.
Redfern gets the ball inside to Gravely. A little turnaround jump shot. It's short, got his own rebound, put it back, up and in. Got the soft roll. Gravely has played well tonight here for Beckley. And there's an offensive foul. Miller doing a good job taking the charge.
Big fella giving up his body for the player control foul right there. That was whistled on Ethan Vargo Thomas. No,
that was on Purdue.
That will be his second.
And, here's the thing, too. Like I said, Miller, whatever points he gives is a plus, but defense, rebounds, that's what you want to get out of him, and he took that last charge.
Hey, he's learning his roles. Elijah Redfern yo-yos the ball.
Peck for 3, can't get it to go. There's Miller on the offensive board, and he's fouled and keeps the possession for Beckley. And just what I was talking about.
Right on cue, Miller does a good job as Peck missed a 3, and he tracked the ball down to pick up the 3rd foul on Jacob Purdue. So look for Oak Hill coach Benitez Jackson to dig into his bench.
And as soon as you say that, you're right, Eric. The young man that will get up, that'll be Trey Foster. He'll be in on the next dead ball. But Miller able to keep the possession alive with that rebound.
Let's two high ball screens here for Elijah. Let's see what he does with the screen. No roll.
A lot of contact, and here's a steal. And this is going to be a layup for the Red Devils. Their defense becoming their offense, and he blows the layup.
And then there's going to be a foul.
Yes.
That is a big turn of events right there as Elijah turns it over. Let's get this instant replay.
Yeah, Omar.
We can on Chick-fil-A.
Big partner. Yeah, Omar Lewis not able to finish.
Yeah, as Elijah Redfern turns it over, what do they call? They call this a snow bunny since it's wintertime, and he misses the snow bunny. And a good job by Wolf getting, not giving up on the play, and they picked up a foul on Oak Hill.
So that's the 3rd team foul on the Red Devils. And as you mentioned, Eric, that's a big turnaround. You don't get the basket and you commit a foul.
And that's 3 fouls, to none right now. And the second half is starting for Oak Hill as the first half did, picking up the early quick fouls.
Here's Wolf on the drive. He'll put up the short shot, left of the lane, missed it badly. And coming out of there with the rebound are the Red Devils. Here's a pass ahead. Jackson able to catch it, gets the ball over to Vargo Thomas, and now Beckley does a good job back in. They get their defense back. There's Lewis on the drive. Foster will rain to 3. It's too strong, and Peck will clear the rebound. Back the other way come the Flying Eagles. Redfern, spot up, 3 ball. That's going to be short.
Short. I think that's a little too far out of his range there.
I think Vargo Thomas did a good job, made him shoot it, like you said, a couple steps further than what he'd like to.
Yeah, and as well as they shot the ball, the 3 in the first half, they were starting this half 0 for 5.
The Red Devils break the pressure. They got numbers, crisp, and then we've got a blocking foul on Miller. But I think if you're Coach Kidd, you can live with that kind of play because you don't give up the layup. And Miller's the guy that's trying to stand in there and trying to take a charge.
Yeah, and that was a good job of a ball fake by Chris to get Miller to slide a little bit and not be in position as they take it out underneath the bucket.
So here's Vargo Thomas with it. Foster around the horn. Lewis thought about the 3. Puts it on the deck. Vargo Thomas drives baseline. He's yet to score. They throw the ball. Ball's loose on the floor. It's still loose, battling, and the Red Devils able to come out of there with that loose ball. Chris has it down the lane, puts up a little floater, knocks it down. Chris is a really good ball player.
Yeah. I don't know why he wasn't not going to start, but they're glad they did because that's his 5th point of the contest, of the quarter to keep Oak Hill right within striking distance.
So here's Wolf on the drive. He gets a screen. Throws it back out. Now they get the ball to Redfern.
And Oak Hill's doing a good job of keeping Redfern out of the
that's a tough shot. and he's crying for a foul, but it's not going to be a foul. And here's the Red Devils. Here's Lewis going in, gets the hoop and the harm, and that's one thing. If you're Sam Peck, if you're going to commit the foul, you got to foul him way before he shoots the ball.
Yeah, and as you said, I think Elijah Redfern would be more suited to, not complain about the play as we look at this instant replay here, the Little General instant replay, and Peck does a good job of getting back. Right there, you just have to let him go and give up the 2 and not a chance for the 3.
And Peck gets his second personal foul, and if Lewis can complete the three-point play, the Red Devils, he cannot. It's a one-possession game anyway, but he could have cut it to 2. And back the other way comes Beckley with Redfern. As Elijah Waller has checked into the Beckley lineup, his first action of the night.
Well, the offense for the Flying Eagles has really sputtered this quarter. They had 30 at half, and they've only scored 4 points this quarter.
And they got Redfern on a 15-foot turnaround, can't get it to go. And back the other way come the Red Devils. Here's Thomas with a good job by Miller to knock the ball out. It'll stay with Oak Hill, but good hustle by Miller. As checking into the Oak Hill lineup will be Farrow. Leonard Farrow will check in.
And Leonard Farrow gave them some good minutes in the second quarter as the fouls piled up. He was able to convert a bucket and played stellar defense.
So the Red Devils will keep the possession under their own basket. Around the horn they go. Foster will shoot for the tie, and he got it. We're all even. It's a 13-4 run thus far by Oak Hill. As you mentioned, Eric, up to now, Becky's only scored 4 points in this quarter.
And Oak Hill's done a lot of things right. And one thing is harassing Elijah Redfern, making someone else beat him.
Redfern on the drive, and he was in traffic. Here's Wolf for the lead. He got it. 3-ball, and Wolf has been the second leading scorer, and that was a big bucket for Landon Wolf to give Beckley a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and that was a great court awareness by Elijah Waller as he makes the extra pass as Beckley comes up with the turnover. Redfern
on the steal, and they'll say he traveled. He turns it over.
Yeah, let's see if we can get this on the instant replay here. Chick-fil-A instant replay on the turnover. Beckley able to come up with the steal. Let's see if he drags the pivot. And that's pretty close there.
Well, it goes as a turnover. Red Devils will have it.
Beckley's going to extend this defense again.
And there's Redfern able to knock the ball free, but it goes right to Jackson and now to Christ.
114, as they can
Here's
see.
a deep 3 for the tie, and Chris able to rain it from a different zip code. He was so far out.
Chris is on fire, and Oak Hill's on fire from the three-point range. They're 3 of 4 this quarter.
Well, that 9-point Beckley halftime lead has disappeared, and here's the Red Devils getting the steal. Nope. Yes, they do. So on the turnover, it'll stay with Oak Hill, and Eric, Oak Hill has not led since it was 5-4 back in the first quarter.
Well, let's see if we can get this instant replay. The crowd's reacting. Let's see who touched this ball last here. The Oak Hill player, let's see if we can pull it up on the Little General instant replay. Wolf loses it. Oh man. That may have been off of Oak Hill.
But it doesn't matter because the Red Devils have the ball. And like as I mentioned, a chance for their first lead since it was 5-4 back in the first quarter. And the Red Devils look like they will hold it for the final shot of quarter number 3, trying to get Beckley out of that zone.
Yeah, well, either way you draw it up, this is setting up for a fantastic fourth quarter.
So Vargo Thomas just out there holding the ball. No need to do anything unless Beckley's going to come out, which they're not going to, as we're now up under 20 seconds for the third. This has been a very entertaining, exciting game. Oak Hill won the first matchup 2 weeks ago, 66-43, but it's been completely different here tonight. 8 seconds left. Last shot time for the Red Devils here in the third. Thomas with it. Chris drives, shot, count if it goes. It doesn't go. The tip is no good. And at the end of 3, we're all even after 3 quarters of play. It's Beckley 37, Oak Hill 37. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Going to the fourth quarter, we're tied at 37, and you're in good hands with Allstate. And you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. You can dial her up at 304-252-8646. And, Eric, we'll see who's in good hands as we start this fourth quarter. The Red Devils will have the first possession. As I mentioned, Oak Hill has not led since it was 5-4 back early in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you're right. And it will take some Allstate good hands to whichever team displays that, Maris, because turnovers will be the decisive in this fourth quarter.
So even though we haven't had, 37-37, not a lot of points scored, it's been a very entertaining and played at a very high level.
Yeah, not a lot of shots. Both teams are playing great defensively. Oak Hill was able to cut into the lead by going 6 of 10 from the field in the period and 3 of 4 from three-point line.
Yeah, Beckley led by 8 at the end of the first quarter, by 9 at the break, and Oak Hill rallied to tie it. And now, like I said, they're trying to get their first lead since it was 5-4 way back in the first quarter.
And you see the Beckley Automall keys to the second half is going on because they're camping Chris out on the high post and really attacking the zone that way.
This possession is almost a minute long, Eric, and Beckley's done a good job. We've not had nothing for Oak Hill. As here's Chris. They double team him, and they turn him over. So that possession was a minute one, and Beckley's defense forces the turnover.
Forces a turnover, and Miller does a good job of standing his ground there. May have got away with a little push, but the refs are letting both the players decide it on the floor.
Well, Eric, after some of the things we've seen, it kind of balances itself out.
It all works itself out.
Purdue back into the lineup now for the Red Devils. So here's Beckley. See if they can regain the lead. What has been like I said, a very exciting, entertaining game. Glad you're with us here on video production. Redfern on the drive, tough shot, baseline, short. Miller had it for a minute, and then Jackson clears it. Yeah, Beckley only scored 7 points in that third quarter, and they have really grinded and struggled on the offensive end of the floor.
And the ball was falling in the hole. Everything was going right defensively. Now a little adversity as Chris lines up a three.
And they can't get it to go, but they get the offensive rebound. Thomas for his first bucket. In and out, no good. Heartbreak. And we have got a Beckley foul. Nope, they called travel. I thought for a minute we had a Beckley foul, and they call it travel on Oak Hill. The ball goes back to Beckley.
Well, Oak Hill had their best two shooters line up two wide open looks, and the iron was unkind to them. And right now at the 6-minute mark, Maris, I think whoever can score the way both teams are starting to grind and play from the front has a very good chance of winning this game.
Nice Chris play. Steal right in front of us by Chris.
They might need to call the cops on that one. That was
that was theft, wasn't
that was some theft.
But here's the thing, Eric, and there's a kick ball. It'll stay with Oak Hill. But to me, neither team has scored in this quarter. We're at 5:52 left in regulation. I think the team that can drive the ball to the basket and create that scoring that way or scoring at the line is the team's going to win this game.
And you're right. And one thing Beckley's not doing, they have not got to the free throw line as they shot 6 in the first half. None. They're going to call an illegal screen there.
Yep, they're going to wave off the 3 ball. It's an illegal screen. And I think they're going to get, let's see who they'll call that. I think Vargo Thomas maybe. Nope, they'll call it on Jackson.
And that would be his third.
Yeah, Jackson's third. So disallow the bucket, and we still remain tied. We're 2.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Neither team has scored.
Running 2 high ball screens here. Let's see which one he chooses. Redfern gets into the paint.
Hard of the basket, puts up the shot. Offensive foul.
Yeah, that was a clear offensive foul. I think Redfern right there maybe should have pulled up or kicked it to a wide open shooter in the corner. But, you know, right now he's the team leader trying to take control of the game.
So, you know, coming down the stretch, and like I said, we've played 2.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. Neither team has scored. Oak Hill, once again, trying to regain the lead. They haven't led since early in the first quarter when it was 5-4, but they can do that on this possession if they can score. Chris has had the hot hand. He'll drive. They cut him off. But here's a guy with the ball, Ethan Vargo-Thomas. He hasn't scored tonight. Purdue, they triple team him.
Man got away with a little travel there.
And here's a steal. Beckley's got numbers. Redfern in the open floor goes to the bat. Nope, now they cut him off.
See, he did a good job there of didn't have the numbers. He had numbers at first, so Oak Hill did a great job of getting back to the paint.
So if it's not there, as you mentioned, Eric, you do the right thing. You pull the ball back out, reset the offense. Redfern whips a pass to nobody, and it's intercepted. I don't know. I guess he was going to try to get that to Peck, but it wasn't close.
That was a tough angle to enter the ball in the post. And right now, both teams are playing tight.
Yeah, Eric, you know, we're almost halfway into this quarter. Neither team has yet to score.
There's only been 2 shots on goal by both teams.
So here's Chris. Thought about the deep three. Waller's out on him.
Well, I look for Chris right now, who has the hot hand. I look for him to be the guy to step up and take the shot.
And Oak Hill is trying to get Beckley out of that zone. Chris will shoot the three for the lead. He can't hit it. Battle for the rebound. Good hustle. And it will be a timeout for Oak Hill. The Red Devils will have the possession. So we're almost halfway through this fourth quarter, and neither team has scored. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Andrew Boland producing and directing tonight's game, and the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, on camera. And we've got a good one, Eric, coming down the stretch with just 4:03 left in regulation, and neither team has scored in this fourth quarter. We were at the end of 3, we were tied at 37, and we're still tied at 37.
Well, this is a big possession, and I think that was a great timeout call after retaining that rebound by Benitez Jackson, because we've had a talk while during the commercial break, and my big prediction is whoever scores the next bucket is going to win this game.
Staples, MJ Staples, will check into the Beckley lineup during that timeout. And here is Miller able to get a steal. Waller able to pick up the loose ball. So here's Beckley with a chance to regain the lead.
Oh, and Redfern is not in the game. That's who they put MJ in for.
They got Staples running the point. So you don't have your leading scorer and leader out on the floor right now. Here's Landon Wolf, who's played really well tonight.
This is a chance for the youngster MJ Staples to grow up here. This is a big moment in this contest.
Beckley running some motion. There's a steal. Back the other way. Here's Oak Hill. They'll try to go in for the lead. He couldn't finish.
That's twice in this game where they've missed layups, and let's see if it can turn into points on the other end.
Yeah, Lewis on one end and Alfaro on that particular situation. And we've got a timeout for Beckley.
These are big possessions here.
Well, Eric, you know, you are so right about thinking the next team, the scores will probably win the game. We'll see it on the other end of the break. We'll take it with them. Game tied at 37. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Motley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Motley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Motley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Motley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
We welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Nervous time. We're under 3 minutes for the game. Neither team has scored in this fourth quarter. Beckley has the possession. And as Eric said earlier in the broadcast, earlier in this quarter, and I agree with you, Eric, whoever scores first I think is going to win this game. As Redfern gets a little space, puts up an off-balance shot, and he can't hit. Back the other way come the Red Devils. Here's Vargo Thomas. He's yet to score in the game. He takes it to the basket and draws the foul, and he'll get to the line.
Yeah, and I think there's a little frustration here on Redfern, his face, but he has to just play through that contact. And Vargo Thomas, this will be his first chance to score at the line.
Yeah, he hasn't scored tonight. And Oak Hill's only been to the line, one time? And the free throw is good. So there's the first points of this fourth quarter. Oak Hill has their first lead since it was 5-4 way back in the first quarter.
Well, Oak Hill officially a shot. That's their third free throw of the game. They were one of two going in. And Vargo Thomas, it's not how many you score, it's when you score them. And these are two big. Well, as I jinxed them on that.
1 out of 2, but the Red Devils maintain a 1-point lead.
Hey, but remember I said whoever scores the next bucket.
And there's a big three ball by Landon Wolf, and Beckley regains the lead just like that. What a big shot that was by Wolf, who shot the ball really well here tonight.
And that's Wolf's third three of the game.
So one of his best offensive outputs. He had 10 points the other night against South Charleston. Here's Chris on the turnaround. Back iron no good. Rebound is to Peck. Now Beckley with 2 minutes left, Eric.
Well, let's see if they pull it out and play with the lead here.
Right.
Because there's only 14 fouls for Oak Hill. And if I'm Beckley, I'm going to drive and make sure they have to foul to get in the bonus where I can shoot free throws.
Well, they try to run a ball screen right there, and Oak Hill did a good job defending it. Redfern's backing it way out, and he almost stepped out of bounds.
He was real close there.
And
a lot of contact.
Yeah. Let's see if Beckley will bring up one of their big guys or both their big guys, either Miller or Gravely, and run a ball screen at the head of the lane.
Yeah, let's get this instant replay, maybe on the three from Wolf. Big-time three.
Yeah, he had a lot of space, able to knock it down. So
Beckley's
here's Beckley with it.
Able to get it in bounds here, and let's see. They're running this double high ball screen here.
And Redfern's the guy you want to use.
You might want to get a timeout if you're Coach Kidd, if you run it down under a minute.
Well, here's the thing, too, and you mentioned, Eric, 4 team fouls. Oak Hill's got a foul, and there's one of them. So instead of now fouling 3 more times, now you got to foul 2 more times to get Beckley at the line.
So, and Ron Kidd's doing the right thing. I'm not exactly trying to tell him how to coach. But if you can get it down to under a minute here and your offense getting stagnant, I would call a timeout. A lot of people would say, but then you would have to take the ball out. But Oak Hill's going to have to try to foul here, or this clock is going to run out.
So here's Peck. Beckley, as you were approaching the 1 minute mark, you want the ball in the hands of Redfern. He tries to split the defenders, and they turn him over. Here's Ethan Vargo Thomas, and it's a great block by Landon Wolf.
Wow, and Landon Wolf bailed out his teammate and his compadre. Let's look on this Chick-fil-A instant replay. As you stated, Elijah Redfern trying to go split 2 defenders with behind the back, and Landon Wolf did not give up on it, got the block. And Oak Hill's going to have to run some offense here.
Got the block without committing the foul. So here's the Red Devils with it. And an offensive foul, an illegal screen on the Red Devils.
And that's 2 this quarter. Hats off to Sam Peck right there. You have to give the defender a chance to what they call fight through the screen. It was a bang call, but either way, if it's a no, if you don't call it there, I would agree with either way.
So now, if you're Oak Hill, I think if you don't get the quick steal, you got a foul. And Redfern, I don't think is the guy you want to foul. And there's a Beckley timeout. Just what you said, Eric. So 45.7 left here in regulation. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage, high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Well, we're back for this fantastic finish, and it was tied at 37 to start this quarter, and Beckley's only made the 1 field goal, which was a big one by Landon Wolf, and Oak Hill has not made a field goal. They only made a free throw. So with 45.7 seconds left here in regulation, Beckley to inbound. If you're Oak Hill, if you don't get the steal, Eric, you've got to commit the foul. And that's dangerous, throwing the ball deep in your backcourt.
And that's where you want it if you're Oak Hill. You want them to get it there.
And there's the foul as Wolf will get to the line. He'll shoot the 1 and 1.
That was very, very, very close to maybe being, intentional foul.
Well, Landon Wolf almost ended up in my lap. So Wolf will shoot the 1 and 1 as Oak Hill will dip back into its bench, and checking back into the game is Jeremiah Jackson. And he really has not been effective because he's been in foul trouble pretty much all night. So big free throws here, trying to make it a 2-possession game. Wolf set, free throw on its way, got it.
Now this is the big one. After you make that first one, this is the big one to make it a 2-possession game.
And here's another thing too. Beckley's only committed 4 team fouls.
Correct.
So they can be aggressive. They can foul Oak Hill on a driver. The main thing, you just don't foul them on the shot.
A lot of coaches, as you do a lot of games with Coach Bob Boland, next time you do a game, I want you to pick his brain. I don't understand why you always pull your rebounders from the free throw line.
Yeah, because
at least leave one.
Right, because you figure unless he gets a long miss, they have no chance of getting the rebound as Wolf makes them both. So Oak Hill needs something quick. If you're Beckley, like I said, you can foul up to 2 times. Just don't foul in the act of shooting. And let's see what the Red Devils will do. There's a nice drive, contact, and it's an offensive foul as Miller takes the charge.
Hey, and it's Miller time. You know what I'm referencing there?
Yes.
It's been Miller hasn't done a lot in the score in the book. He made 4 points, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 bucket, but 2 big charges here, 1 in the fourth quarter.
Well, Miller does what Coach Kidd asked him to do, rebound, defense, and whatever points that you mentioned, Eric, which he's got 4, which is the difference in the game, is a plus.
And Oak Hill's only shot the ball 5 times this quarter.
And there's a foul. Landon Wolf, who just made 2, will get back to the line.
Something just almost happened in the game. Did you see as he was getting fouled, Wolf was trying to make the pass, and he almost made a point for the Red Devils.
Well, it wouldn't have counted because of the foul.
I know because of the foul, but
but he almost shot it in the other basket.
Let's check this out he almost made it.
Yeah. But I'm with you, Eric. Like Beckley's put nobody on there. It's still the bonus. So Landon Wolf will be at the line. Free throw on its way is good. And he's really been big in this fourth quarter because it's been Landon Wolf. He scored all the points. He hit the threes. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here, 30-second timeout. But Wolf hit the three that gave Beckley the lead, and now he's hitting the clutch free throws coming down the stretch.
You stated he scored all 6 of the points for Beckley. 1-3, and he's 3 for 3 at the line going into with this chance to be 4-4 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and if you're Oak Hill, regardless of what happens here, whether he makes it or misses it, you've really got to get the ball down the floor, and you've got to get up, I think, a quick shot because at best you're down 5. At worst you're down 6. But with only 30 seconds to go, you're going to have to get a quick shot.
Yeah, and if you're Beckley, that's why I'm a firm believer right now. I would put my rebounders in because you know why? You could put pressure on the ball and make them work to get the ball up the court, and you have fouls to give.
So here we come down for Landon Wolf. His second of 2, or since he made the first free throw, the bonus opportunity, and he knocks it down. He's been Beckley's offense in this fourth quarter. And here's the Red Devils going quickly. They got to get up a quick shot. It's 2-possession game. And here's Chris into the lane on the drive. Doesn't go. And there's Wolf, who's really done it all. He has scored. He gets the rebound, and he'll get back to the line. And this time it'll be the double bonus.
Yeah, the double bonus. And he's 4-4 at the free throw line. He really took over. He picked up where Elijah Redfern controlled the first half, and I think he got a little frustrated in the second half, and he needs to play through that. But Wolf has been steady all 4 quarters, and he's really helped lead them to victory.
And it looks like Beckley can snap this 7-game losing streak. They're 18.8 seconds away from doing that, and Landon Wolf has scored all the points for Beckley in this fourth quarter. And Oak Hill, Eric, I'm sure as you well know, has not made a field goal in almost 9 minutes. Longer than that, probably closer to 10. They have not made a field goal in the fourth quarter as Wolf makes another free throw. And he makes yet another free throw. So Wolf has scored all of Beckley's points. He scored all 9 points here in this fourth quarter. As there's a 3-ball for Oak Hill, no good. That should do it. Redfern clears. I don't think there's a need to foul. Beckley will run out the clock. Oh, they'll call a foul. And I think the reason the reason he reached out and fouled him because Redfern was going to go in and score, and Oak Hill didn't want him to do that.
Yeah, he grabbed him, and Redfern was definitely going to go in and score. Let's watch this on the instant replay. Chick-fil-A instant replay. Yeah, if I'm Oak Hill, I do the same thing.
Yeah, you don't want him to score. And if you're Redfern, you probably shouldn't have tried to score. But I guess that's neither here or there. Beckley's going to win this game, and they're going to break a 7-game losing streak. But Landon Wolf was really money here in this fourth quarter. When they got down by 1, he hit the big 3 that gave him the lead, and then he knocked down some clutch free throws. So the Red Devils, their last hurrah, down 10. Counted if it goes, it doesn't go. The Red Devils do not make a field goal in the fourth quarter, and Beckley wins the ball game. The final score is Beckley 48, Oak Hill 38. With Beckley's victory, they have snapped a 7-game losing streak. They are now 3-7, and the Red Devils will fall to 500 at 6-6. We'll take a quick break, come back, wrap it up. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. And I was getting caught up in all the excitement as Beckley defeats Oak Hill 48-38. Beckley snaps a 7-game losing streak. Beckley now goes to 3-7. Beckley led 13-5 at the end of the quarter, 30-21 at the half, 37-all at the end of the third quarter. And Oak Hill only scored 1 point in that fourth quarter. And Beckley able to win the ball game 48-38. Oak Hill now falls to 6-6. Your game recap brought to you by Giovanni's Mamma Mia, with 2 great locations to serve you in Glendaniel, West Virginia, and in Leicester Square in Sophia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. We'll take another post-game break. When we come back, Eric will give you team and individual totals of this Beckley victory as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school basketball here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above, when the world offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
We welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Promotional consideration by the Red Roof Inn in Kanawha City. If you're making your way to the capital city, you can get reservations at redroofinn.com, and they'll take excellent care of you at the facility at Kanawha City, just right outside of the state capitol in Charleston. Well, final score, Beckley wins this game 48-38. With the win, Beckley snaps the 7-game losing streak. Beckley now goes to 3-7. The Red Devils will even up at 6-6 at 500 for the team and individual totals of this Beckley victory. Here's Eric.
Okay, Mayor, so I'm just going to give the second half totals for both teams shooting-wise, and it's pretty amazing how much they bogged down in the fourth quarter. Oak Hill was 6 of 17 from the floor, 0 of 7 in the fourth quarter alone, and Beckley only shot the ball 4 of 14 in the second half in the third and fourth quarter. But they won the game at the free throw line as they finished 13 of 13 at the free throw line, but 8 of 8 in that final quarter, and 6 of those 6 makes by Wolf and the last 2 by Elijah Redfern. So anytime you can shoot 13 of 13 from the free throw line, you usually come out with the win. And individually, they were led. Oak Hill was led by Samuel Christ, who had 17. No other player got in double figures for Oak Hill as they struggled from the floor. And their leading scorer, Ethan Vargo Thomas, was held to 1 point.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, Elijah Redfern had 16, but Landon Wolf really came up big with 20 points as he scored in all 4 quarters and was 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
Yeah, his career high, and he hit the 3 ball that gave Beckley the lead that they never gave back up. And then, as you mentioned, he hit 6 big free throws. They were 1-1. He hit the front end, and obviously got the back end, and he helped really seal the deal for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, only 2 of those free throws was of the double bonus variety. So he got up there and made big shots and made the big 3. As you and I both stated, whoever scored the next bucket would probably win the game, and he did with the big 3.
So we're going to wrap it up here. We appreciate our crew. We're going to say thanks, as always, to the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins on camera. Once again, Andrew Boland, another outstanding job producing and directing. And for Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Beckley has defeated Oak Hill 48-38. Glad you've been watching this live streaming game here on Video Productions. Good night, everybody.